Mario75 back again with another Playroom reactions. This is another video from watchmojo that interests me last week, but I decided it will be the right time to react to this since Sonic 06 versus Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. This is versus between two animated shows, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Game on.
When the heart of the cards clashes with pocket monsters, who comes out on top?
Caterpie, you're mine!
Welcome to watchmojo.com, and in this installment of Versus, we're pitting two juggernaut franchises against each other, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all! Pokemon!
Round one, the monsters.
And now, I'll use Monster Reborn to bring back my Blue Eyes White Dragon!
Blue Eyes.
There's no doubt about it, the creatures that Yu-Gi and company battle are monsters, with designs that lend themselves to the absurd, the gothic, and in some cases terrifying. They certainly have the shock factor.
Novelist the Tormentor, arise and wreak your ultimate revenge!
With types that range from zombie to warrior to dragon and spellcaster, listing all of the categories would take all day. And that's not even counting special summons, such as ritual and fusion monsters.
Now I'll use polymerization! Fusing my Dark Magician with my Buster Blader!
There may be more monsters than we can count, but iconic beasts such as the Blue Eyes White Dragon, Exodia the Forbidden One, and Egyptian gods managed to stand the test of time and remain just as awesome as when we first saw them.
Oh, hi, Pikachu!
As for Pokemon, well, what would the franchise even be without these titular monsters? Inhabiting the various regions of the world alongside humans, Pokemon are much more like animals, documented and divided by their element type, abilities, and breeding groups.
Now go join the others!
While they're primarily used for battles, they've also been known to make up crucial aspects of society, growing and evolving into far more badass forms most of the time.
Charizard.
We're not sure what's better, the fact that you can capture legendary creatures like Mewtwo, or something as cute as Eevee. Either way, you just want to catch them all. Yu-Gi-Oh! May have a more well-rounded monster compendium, but they just aren't as iconic or lovable as the pocket monsters. Everyone has their favorite Pokemon, and the same can't quite be said for Yu-Gi-Oh! Round one goes to Pokemon.
Yes!
Pokemon leads 1-0.
Round two, the trading card games.
The ultimate wizard returns, along with powerful new monster spell and trap cards to power up your deck.
Everything in the Yu-Gi-Oh! franchise centers around the card game known as Duel Monsters.
Matter Leveler Magic Card! It increases the overall attack strength of my Gradius Fire by 100 points every time it blasts you, Seto. And thanks to my laser's power, you lose life points even though your monster's in defense mode.
It was the driving force of the series and would eventually spawn the real-life card game. As it stands, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of the best-selling card games on the planet, rivaled only by Magic the Gathering. It's also constantly evolving by introducing new engines, such as Synchros, Exceeds, and Pendulum Summons.
9 cards per pack, each pack sold separately.
While it may be lacking the holographic technology, a real-life game of Duel Monsters can be thrilling in its own way.
Monsters? Real monsters? Fireball attack!
Good
The
shot.
Pokemon trading card game has been around for over 15 years, but it's easier than ever to learn how to play.
After the universal success of the original video games, it wasn't long before Pokemon trading cards were dominating the 90s.
Tonight, boss, I got something hot edge.
What?
Pokemon cards. Me and Tommy Mac are taking on a trouble.
Yeah? While collecting all 150 of the original roster may have taken precedence with the masses, the actual trading card game definitely found its crowd too.
He has a Jirachi EX that might be sitting on the bench, Shaman EXs, there's a lot of cards that he can just set up pretty clean.
That's a lot.
The rules were much simpler, and the rapid-fire style of using basic Pokemon, employing energy cards, and gathering prize cards to secure victory definitely made it more enjoyable. But after some time, the creators were forced to reset the card game in order to make it a little bit more balanced.
This kid right here is just wasting his Charizard. You are wasting your Charizard!
We're definitely not one to pass up a
Yeah,
shiny
right.
Charizard card. But next to the staggering popularity of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game, it almost seems like an afterthought. Besides, it would be criminal not to give the round to the franchise literally built on a card game. Winner, Yu-Gi-Oh!
For the trading card game, Yu-Gi-Oh takes his point, tying it up.
Round 3, the anime.
I have a proposition for you. Kaiba has 400 life points left. Let me take his place so we can finish this duel fair and square.
A young prodigy when it comes to the game of dueling monsters, Yugimoto's life took a supernatural turn when his body became a vessel for the long-deceased pharaoh.
Look, Yugi, for all I know, this whole thing is a bad dream. Kisara, rest here and I shall return for you.
Throughout the series, he and his spiritual companion must take on multiple opponents in various duels, some of which not only become a matter of life and death, but also decide the fate of the world.
Exodia.
Unbelievable. From the ever-fierce rivalry with Seto Kaiba, the climactic battle with Merrick, and the acquiring of the 3 Egyptian god cards, there's plenty of content that makes this a true spectator sport.
Get a load of this card. I play Dark Hole. This magic card destroys all monsters in play.
Though the newer series didn't quite have the same appeal, they're highly entertaining nonetheless.
My favorite anime series from Yu-Gi-Oh is 5Ds.
I will journey to gain the wisdom of Pokemon training, and I hereby declare to the Pokemon of the world, I will be a Pokemon master.
Ash Ketchum only has one goal, and that's to be the very best that no one ever was.
We all know that. You cannot get that theme song out your head.
With almost 1,000 episodes under his belt, it's certainly taken him quite a while. But along the way, he shared some truly memorable moments, especially when it comes to the original series.
Oh, that's hot.
Team leaders, championship matches, Pokemon being caught and set free.
Goodbye, Butterfree.
It's definitely captured the feeling that gamers had while they were playing the original games, albeit at a snail's pace.
Ah, Macargo.
Pokemon certainly has had some golden moments over the years, but the condensed amount of episodes and story arcs leave Yu-Gi-Oh! As a much more concise and well-rounded anime, at least when it comes to the tale of Yugi and the Pharaoh. Winner, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh takes the lead, 2-1.
You won!
Round 4, the video games.
Enemy controller.
Following on from the highly successful
Kaiba's enemy controller spell card.
The franchise veered off into a series of hits that, surprise, surprise, were all based around the antics of dueling. While subsequent sequels and spin-offs are still being released for handhelds, the franchise hit its stride with games for the PlayStation and Game Boy Advance, such as Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories and Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition, which managed to translate the style of the show into a rather fluid gameplay mechanics.
Activate Trap Magic
There
Jammer.
were also a few games that broke away from the traditional formula, such as Dungeon Dice Monsters and The Duelist of the Roses, which had a rather interesting interpretation of the historical English War of the Roses. It began with over 150 Pokemon, and 20 years later, we're still getting new, highly anticipated entries into the franchise.
Can't wait for Pokemon Moon this November.
While the main series often sticks to, though improving upon, the idea of having a player travel around their respective region, gathering gym badges, leveling up their Pokemon, and generally ending up saving the world and becoming a champion, that hasn't stopped these games from branching out into a whole slew of other subsidies. Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Go, Pokemon Tournament, Pokemon Snap, the list goes on and on.
My favorite is Pokemon Heart Gold and Pokemon
While
Crystal.
some may be more hit or miss than others, it certainly leaves plenty of options open for players.
But I am obsessed with Pokemon Pinball, especially the Ruby and Sapphire one.
Battling Yugi and Kaiba and kicking them off of their thrones may be well and good, but when it comes to video games, Pikachu and company are the undisputed kings and queens.
The point goes to Pokemon and ties up the match with 1 round to go. Final round.
Round 5, Big Impact. Yu-Gi-Oh! Never Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh!
He's good at it.
While various spin-offs, such as Arc V and 5Ds, continue to make their way into anime mainstream and try to keep up with the original story, what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has really brought to the forefront, besides being one of the few shows that hit a chord with younger Western audiences, is the card game itself.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Price Guide?
Tournaments are still staged around the world. Even
That's
between some of the
reference
voice
from The
actors.
Simpsons.
8 duelists remain in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game World Championship, and 8 duelists remain in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading Card Game Dragon Duel World Championship.
And fans aren't going to forget the thrill of summoning their own Blue Eyes White Dragon in a hurry.
Now, I summon
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Not to mention, this is the series that brought us the hilarious Yugioh Abridged.
I'm here to kick ass and play card games, and I'm all out of cards. Hospitalizing my grandpa. Can we be super special awesome friends now? Like hell.
No, not this again. Team Rocket, blast off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Yeah, that's right.
Whether you're a gamer who managed to snag Red and Blue upon release, grew up watching Ash on his way to becoming a Pokemon master, or have only recently found yourself addicted to Pokemon Go, this franchise has managed to leave a massive impact on gaming and entertainment as a whole. With the anime still going on and the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon not far off, it seems that just when it looked like fans may be dissipating, the Electric Mouse finds ways to pull them back in.
So how many other Pokemons are there?
The plural of Pokemon is Pokemon.
Yugioh is certainly not to be written off, and has contributed much to our childhoods and nerd culture, but by maintaining its presence after so many years, Pokemon manages to capture this round as well.
Game, set, and match. The winner, Pokemon.
This can't be! Oh man! Yugi! Lost the duel! Then he loses his soul!
Still maintaining its domination even after 2 decades, with an incredible series of
Oh,
movies,
wow.
and continuing to supply us with lovable and iconic little creatures that inhabit its expansive world, Pokemon manages to win the day.
Well, we beat him. Sure.
So, do you agree with our final choice? Which other 2 series should we compare next? Feel free to debate in the comments, and of course, be sure to subscribe to watchmojo.com for more versus battles.
The video for this will be in the description as a link. Like I said, can't wait for Pokemon Moon coming this November. Anyway, this is Marvin75, and I will catch you on the flop side.